Not we, not me. Welcome to another episode of the Coffee Table, the podcast. This is Venus Zaire, and I am here with Little Zaire because I need somebody here while I'm filming because I get a little shy. But today, I took a little 2 weeks off from the pod because I wasn't feeling all that great. And like I said, I am everything for the pod. I am the producer, the director, the writer, the research assistant, the videographer, the editor. I am everything. So bear with me, climbing the ladder and learning new skills and things like that, and learning how to maintain my current life and explore this new life. With that being said, in my 2 week hiatus, the internet has been quite frankly disturbing. And I kind of wanted to have a conversation about it because I feel like a lot of people don't realize that two things or multiple things, a plethora of things can be right at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And that is a little concerning because we give the benefit of the doubt to people who do not deserve it, like billionaires and you know what I'm saying? We give the benefit of the doubt to people who don't deserve it. And for people to not understand like the poison in that, it is so dangerous. It's so dangerous. And so I just wanted to dissect a couple of the things that I've seen. We have several, like, they're calling it the abuser retrograde. And that's quite frankly what I'm going to refer to it as because it is delightful and kind of crazy how, like, we're seeing the takedown of so many abusers simultaneously. It's actually magnificent. Whatever the stars are doing right now, they're doing a crip walk on some of these graves right now. It's nuts. So we got DDG and Holly. We still talking about Tori and Meg. I don't know how, but we still talking about Tori and Meg, which is crazy to me. We got the Diddy trial starting. Cassie is heavily pregnant, having to testify. And all of these things relate on the one basis that y'all are literally tearing these women apart. Tearing these women apart. And in most of these cases, there is a plethora of evidence, a plethora of victims before, a plethora of the truth that is just there for us to see with our own eyes. And it's like, yeah, like AI and all this, that, and the third exists, but there are real things happening in real life. Like when you put this down, when you put your phone down, when you put your iPad down, when you put the technology down and you look around and you interact in the real like world, things are happening. Okay. And yeah, we see these things on the internet and things go viral, and to a certain extent the internet has interconnected us, but it is dangerous for us to assume anything about a lot of the things that we see on the internet. And with that being said, where we have court case after court case after court case, and a number of these court cases are not personal beefs. They are literally the government agencies that whose job it is to protect us from certain things and whose job it is to do justice. They're the ones. They are the ones. So we're on the internet dragging women because let's put it point blank. And like, no, not even dragging women. Because in P. Diddy's case, there are a lot of male victims. And even that is being blown over in a disgusting manner. It actually is quite... it's disgusting, just to put it frank, how like we're making jokes. Not we, not me, but I'm saying we as a society and as kind of a lot of what I'm seeing. We're making jokes about the fact that he was victimizing men and women. We made jokes about Meg being victimized. We made jokes about Cassie. We made jokes when we saw the hotel videos. We made jokes, we made jokes, we made jokes. But at the end of the day, I hate having to say this, and I feel like somebody's humanity shouldn't be tied to their relation to another person. Let that shit that happened to Megan Thee Stallion, let that shit that happened to Cassie, let that shit that happened to fucking Hallie, let any of that shit happen. Your sister or your mother, you would have been knocking on doors, banging down doors, doing all types of stuff, about to get yourself in legal trouble in order to defend them. But why, when it comes to these celebrity women, it's all, oh, this is a publicity stunt? No, these are real women too. These are real women and real men and real people too. So just because like, oh, they have money, that doesn't make them like necessarily, I'm not gonna say that doesn't make them any different than us, because it does make them different from us. But at the same time, these women are getting into interpersonal like relationships. You know what I'm saying? The way that a lot of these celebrities like navigate the world, especially when they are newly teetering celebrities, they're navigating the world just like any of us would have. So everybody's like, well, Cassie probably like this and Cassie probably like that. Cassie probably thought she liked a lot of things because she was doing them for a man. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of the time she was probably just doing them to not get hit, not have to hear his mouth. And that is a part of coercion. Coercion is the word of the day, because it seems like a lot of people don't know what that means. But if something is done out of coercion is not ever a good thing. Asking me over and over again, can I have a piece of it? Can I have it? You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing as basically begging, which is manipulative. When it comes to the whole situation with DDG and Hallie, a lot of people have also brought up the fact that DDG had former victims who had spoken out, and Hallie was aware of this and chose to ignore it. That can be true, and she can also be a victim, because don't ever sit here and act like some of you have not been out here and heard something about somebody and you still let them end up being your significant other. And 9 times out of 10, what you heard about them before is exactly what the issues that are presented in your relationship now are, and the reason why you end up breaking up. Whether it's cheating, trust issues, whether it's a temper, whether it's abuse. Like, people typically repeat the same things in relationships, but a lot of times when you're newly dating someone and you think you like them, you give them the benefit of the doubt. And when your homegirl did it, you forgave her. So getting on the internet and slandering somebody who had a child like maybe 18 months ago with this man and is dealing with the repercussions of her own actions and has to deal with that on a public forum, continuing to bash her is not like the women positivity that you think it is. It's not. And it's actually kind of disgusting, and it actually is scaring the hoes, and it's actually creeping me the fuck out. I personally I don't really jive with that. I understand that she could have had a level of sympathy, and like I said, that and the latter can also be right at the same time. Like, I can be right about both of these things at the same time, and it doesn't make me controversial. You know what it makes me? Human. You know what it makes me? Empathetic. You know what it makes me? Understanding. So with that being said, like, not that we need to, because I don't even want to just say this like with celebrities, because like I'm talking about a whole bunch of people that I don't know, but at the end of the day, like on a smaller social scale, like people do this to people that they do know. People do this to people in their towns. People see this and they like this happens all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are statistics on it. Quite a lot of people are in like abusive or sketchy relationships. Desire, isn't that right? Yeah, she said, yeah. People think that celebrities are like absolved of having, especially like a young celebrity, like all of the women that I named, and all of the men who are, a lot of the men who are included in the Diddy case. Like, if you were out here doing stupid stuff on a small scale with no money, just because this person has money and like has a job that pays them more than your Wendy's job, that doesn't like they're still just kind of like women. They're just people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that about the abusers in these situations. I'm saying that more so talking about Megan Thee Stallion and her supposed lies, when a lot of her supposed lies she even quickly admitted to and said that she did it in the defense of her abuser, because she didn't want no smoke, she didn't want no problems, she didn't want to have to go through all of this because she already knew what it was. Like, the way that misogynoir has gone throughout like history, I feel like Megan Thee Stallion knew as soon as that shit happened that like she had to wrap that shit up nice and tight for fucking PR, or you know what I'm saying, this could like potentially ruin her career, which in a certain way it did. And the crazy thing is, it was because of a court case that she didn't even ask for. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that quickly for a second, like, because the internet is disgusting and y'all act like more than one thing can exist at the same time. Yeah, that girl could have not believed Ruby Rose and at the same time turned around and was getting, you know what I'm saying, getting what she was saying that she was getting. Like, both of those things can be true at the same time, and they likely are, because it shows a pattern. Also, let's talk about the fact that Chris Brown is in jail again. I think it's so funny that everybody is like, oh, like Chris Brown, like he did one thing, Rihanna, and he's never done anything again. That's not true. That's not true at all. Like every other year, this man has some type of scandal. He getting arrested. He busting bottles over people's heads. He's hitting women. He freaking stalked Carucci. He hit Frank Ocean. He hit Frank Ocean over a parking spot. So it's just crazy to me that we're continuing to defend this man. But I mean, that's y'all, not me. I'm not going to a Chris Brown concert. I'm not paying $1,000 for that man to pick me up and I take a picture. I quite frankly am not doing it. And it's not a whole lot of people that I would do it for. Like, I've gone to a couple concerts, don't get me wrong. General admission. Okay, like paying for a meet and greet, paying $1,000 for a meet and greet is just a little bit too much for me. That's just a personal opinion. Y'all can like go wherever y'all want to go. Like, it's kind of scary out here for the bitches. I'm not gonna cap. It's a little scary out here for us. Like, it is getting a little insane. And that's why I'm about to start staying my black ass in the house. Like, I'm really about to be like in the house so bad. I've been picking up on work a little bit too. You know, you gotta make her she gotta make her cha-change. So right after I released like my last episode, there was like rumors that the Switch 2 was coming out, right? I was kind of interested because like I didn't get the opportunity to get a Switch 1 just because it wasn't necessarily a priority. So like the fact that another generation was coming out, like I was so excited. Why am I coming to hear that they're making it so that you can't like jailbreak them, put mods on them or anything, because you're not you're not buying the Switch 2, you're leasing it. So you get this physical product like technically forever, but there's like basically restrictions on it because you do not own the actual game, the actual software or anything like that. You just are paying for the device. On top of that, the games no longer actually hold the games. You like have to connect it to the internet to be able to download games, which like that's a fee to be able to download games. And then the little physical things that you're now paying $10 additional for, basically only keys to unlock the game. And without that, you can't play it. So it's just because I think that they'll show us things in media like as they're like stripping our rights away. We're literally getting our right to be able to own anything stripped from us. And that's exactly what that episode of Black Mirror was about. That's exactly what that episode of Black Mirror was about, which is freaky and it's scary and it's kind of terrifying and it kind of makes me scared for the future. I already feel like I'm not going to be able to ever afford a house. Now I'm never going to be able to own a Switch 2. I just have to lease it for the rest of my life until I die, basically, or until I stop playing it. Crazy. Like, it's actually nuts. And so I just wanted to touch on that again. I'm actually about to finally go see Sinners. I have been kind of like excited to go, but like life has just been hitting me left and right, so I haven't got the opportunity. But I decided I wanted to take my mommy out to the movies. So I took my mommy out to the movies, or I'm about to take my mommy out to the movies. Yeah. So after I see Sinners, I think I actually am going to try and combine it with this same episode, like my review of Sinners. And if I do that, then here you go. This is my review of Sinners. If I didn't do that, then I'm sorry. And the episode is probably going to end here because I've been trying to keep it short, sweet, and simple because I think that that'll be a more effective way for me to be able to build and really accumulate ideas better. So we're going to like try this format a little bit better. And yeah, if I decide to make the Sinners thing another video, then I will also go back and link it in the description. So if you're coming here more than like a week after this video is posted, it will be linked in the below if it's not attached to this video. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. With that, the lesson of the day is learn when to shut the fuck up. Learn when two things can be right at the same time. And learn how to control your opinions on other people's lives, especially when like y'all talking about, oh, how Cassie get convinced to do all these things. You let a broke ass nigga that works at the fucking local grocery store convince you to start like handing over your checks and have a baby by him when he makes fucking $7 an hour in this economy. And you think one of the most powerful billionaires in the world in the industry that she wanted to work in so bad would be easy to just like run away from. And even if she decided that she didn't want to be in the industry anymore, do you think that man was not going to try and find her? Do you think that he didn't have the resource? Like, be for real.